House Networks present the Bright House Networks High School Football Game of the Week.
Well, a very good evening, Kern County, and here we are right at kickoff time. Bright House Network's high school football game of the week, and we start off with a fumble, but he picks it back up, and now he's looking at a lot of room. He cuts back against the grain, still on his feet. What a start for the Independence High School Falcons. The Falcons hosting the East High Blades. My name is Vance Palm, and I've got with me my partner, as always, Brian Adams. Bright House Networks underway with a flurry, as we see here. Captain bobbles it first, but gives him a second to get his poise, and boom, he's out of there. Khalil Ely.
Yeah, Vance, and Ely did a great job of getting the ball upfield after that mishandle, and has the Falcons in great field position right about the 50-yard line.
1st and 10, Independence. It's a running play to the right side, wrapped up, no gain. Again, we are at Independence, way out on the west side. One of the newer schools in the county, hosting one of the oldest schools in the county. So new versus old, way out west versus east. And it's going to be a great night of high school football, homecoming for Independence. And they have the football. They're in the burgundy and silver with the ball. There they are. And East High in the visiting all-white unis. 2nd and 7. Quarterback is Hodges. He looks out to the right side, and it's connection out there. Nice catch and fumble. Picks it back up at the very end. It was caught out there by Moore. So Hodges is a name we're familiar with in Kern County, and we see a nice look to his right side. Good catch, good grab, good defense. All around good play. Brings up 3rd and 3. The ball is on the East High 42-yard line. And that angle right there that you're getting on your screen is exactly where we're at. We're up on top of the scissor lift with Super Sammy Bowman. And we've got motion, we've got flags, we've got movement, we've got whistles. It'll be against Independence. Moore was in motion, but so was an offensive lineman. So that's a nice break for the Blades, as Independence looked pretty good, Brian.
You know, they did. They did a great job of staying inside. And right there, that's just a miscue by the line on Independence that you really don't want to have. You go from 3rd and 3 to about 3rd and 8. So, you know, if East High can stop here, what a great start for their defense.
They're going to need it because this Independence squad is pretty good at 3-1. The Blades are having a tough start to the season, but more on that later. 3rd and 8. Hodges wants to go to the air. Quick look across the middle, connected, 1st down. Good pass, good look, good play. 1st down, Independence.
You know, and he goes right back to Jonathan Moore, the guy he threw the quick hit or two. This time he's going to step back, reads the defense, throws it right there. Moore does a great job of settling in the zone and then catches the ball, is able to pick up a 1st down.
1st and 10. Just underway here, 1st quarter. Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. I think it's week 5. Packed house over on the home side. Big crowd at Independence tonight. As we said, 1st and 10, running back right behind Hodges. They send Moore in motion. It's Hodges on a keeper. Oh, no, sorry, that is Ely. So Ely up to about the 19-yard line. Boy, that was a nice play. Fake me out.
See right there, Preston Hodges really rides Ely in there. He gives the ball to Ely at the last minute. And Ely does a good job of running through tacklers and picks up about 12 yards, Vance.
He sure did. Brought down by Marcus Rojas. So Independence looks awfully strong right now. 1st and 10 at the East High 20. Hodges keeps it, can pitch if he wants, no need. Touchdown, Independence.
Advance right there. Hodges is going to do a great job of making guys miss, and then he's going to accelerate and goes into the end zone easily. You know, and this Independence offense has really been putting points on the board lately, Vance.
We will tell you the story of each team here in a few moments. But that first drive certainly gives you an insight to this Independence offense. Here's the PAT, the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and it is no good. Wide right. So wide right. 6-0 is your score. Independence on their opening drive looked awfully sharp. Didn't take long. You're watching high school football game of the week on Bright House Networks. We're just underway. Again, I'm Vance Palm. Got Brian Adams with me, and here's a look at that touchdown, Brian.
There's a keeper the whole way, Vance. He had no intention of pitching or handing off, and Hodges does a great job, like I said, making guys miss, and then just an easy acceleration into the end zone.
They're going to kick off. East High will get a shot here. Nate Johnson is your athletic director for Independence. Sean McCown is the head coach. And the head coach for the East High Blades is Dave Thorpe. As always, both schools represented by stellar coaching. Kern County has never had a lack of great coaches in all sports in high school here. We're very, very fortunate in this area to have such a great wealth of talent at the coaching positions across the board. Fall, winter, spring sports, and tonight no exception. We'll talk about both coaches here as we get going. Here's the kickoff. East High will have the football for the first time here in just a second. And we have whistles, we have flags, and it's obviously going to be offsides on the kicking team, so they'll move it back a little bit. So East getting another break. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
Seems, Vance, the only thing that Independence is doing wrong so far is being a little anxious.
Well, they're feeling it. It's homecoming. They're playing well. Things are going their way. They've got a good record. They're, like you said, they're just chomping at the bit to make things happen. Here we go. Now the ball's at the 35. The wind is kind of blowing against them, so it's going to be a decent chance for the Blades. Taken at the 20. And it's taken by Riddenauer. Riddenauer looking for some room. What a nice return that is. So Justin Riddenauer, the junior, good field position, nice run, tough hit at the end, and kept the legs moving.
Well, Vance, right there, East High kind of responds back to that big return from Independence. And East High's in good field position, Vance, out past the 35, almost the 40. Well, right on the 40 where they're marking it, Vance. So great job by Riddenauer on the return. And let's see now what East High can do offensively.
Quarterback for the Blades is Blake Sherman. Sherman's in the shotgun, and he has Vieira right next to him on the right side. 1st and 10. They hand to Vieira. Vieira looks up the middle. Nice gain. Still grinding it out. About a gain of 6 if they give him forward progress.
And right there, you're just going to see Vieira just really power up the middle, Vance, and does a great job, like you said, of picking up 5, almost 6 yards. So East High's first play on offense, very productive. 5 yards. That's exactly what you want to do. And, you know, they're very high on Blake, Vance, as the quarterback.
Blake Sherman, shotgun. Strong left side. High snap. Trouble, trouble, trouble. He's in trouble. Has to get down on it. And what a tough break. Big loss on a 2nd and 5. And now that's going to be 3rd and 25. Yikes.
You know, and that just snap was high and hard, and Blake wasn't able to catch it, and just put really the East High Blade offense in a real bad situation.
Well, there's a penalty, personal foul on Independence, and so it puts it back up there. So another break. The Blades have had a couple of breaks, a few breaks already to kind of keep them in the hunt here early. Because based on that Independence offense, it looked like it might be a long night early for the Blades, but now it brings it back to a second, and I think it should be about 9 or 10. That's a lot better than 2nd and 25, so they're going to fix the score. I think the officials had looked at the scoreboard, and it throws them off for a second. And it should be 3rd down. So they did lose the down, but they kept the yardage somewhat manageable. So 3rd and 10. Another high snap. Goodness, and that's confusion on the handoff, and Vieira's barely got the handoff. So a couple of high snaps has this offense shaking.
You know, Vance, and because of that high snap, it threw the timing of this handoff off.
Looked like a good play.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a real quick hitter, but because of that high snap, it delayed it. And give Independence credit, did a great job of reading it and gang tackling Vieira and forcing a punt. And we just saw the snapping. I don't know if it's the same guy snapping, Vance, but, you know, anytime you get long snap, it's a very, very dangerous thing.
Looks like they're bringing everybody. There's nobody back to return. Nobody back to return. Flag on the play. And so Independence had 11 players on the line of scrimmage. Nobody back. And the flag is going to be on Independence. Moves it up to a 4th and 4. A lot of penalties on the Falcons so far. Look at this, Brian. Makes it interesting.
Well, especially, Vance, if they bring everybody up again, I think you have to think that you might have a chance to go one-on-one with one of the receivers.
Well, the short man blocking in the backfield is Marcus Rojas. Don't know if he's got an arm. Could be a nice little slant if they snap it to him. Falcons up on the line, look hungry. They do go for the fake, and they get the fake, and it's Rojas. Big yardage, looking to make a move. 1st down, East High. They did it. What a nice call.
Well, Vance, I guess, Thorpe, you and I are all on the same page on going for it. And right here, this is the breakdown on the left side of the Independence defense. The end got pushed in and pinned, and that just left all the room right there for Rojas to run.
Well, what a great play. And, oh boy, now we've got somebody in big, big trouble. They're looking to get a player on the field. And he's out there tossing the football around. And I think it's the center that was practicing his short snaps. And so he goes, oh boy. And that's going to be, I think, a timeout. I think Coach Thorpe called the timeout to save the penalty or to keep from getting a penalty. But what happened was they had a couple of bad snaps in that prior series, and so the center was over there practicing the snap. Well, with the fake punt, they got the 1st down. The center was over here still practicing his snaps.
Well, yeah, he exactly was doing that in advance. He's trying to get ready to make the mistake again, and he and the coach, and neither one of them were paying attention that they got the 1st down.
Said, hey, get in here and do it for real. We need you.
Well, let's see if the practice paid off.
We got 2 great bands here tonight. The home band of Independence Falcons. They're loaded up on their home side. And then right below us is the East High Pep Band, the travel band, and they sound great. So nice evening of music. Boy, it feels like autumn, doesn't it, Brian?
Oh, nice little breeze out here.
Woo. Full moon tomorrow night. Right now it's Rojas. Bad snap, bad snap. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? That was not a bad
that
snap.
One was really bad or just really hard, Vance, because it didn't look like that one was high.
You're right. You're right. I made a bad call on that. I just got so used to saying it. I made a mistake. That snap looked right in his hands.
Yeah, we didn't get to see it completely right there, but maybe we can rewind that back and get the front of it.
Well, what an interesting drive this has been. Now it's 2nd and 30. Good snap. They toss this one out. Looks good, and it is caught for a touchdown. East High touchdown. 2nd and 30, and Tevin Beasley hauls it in. And Brian, this is pretty much how Coach Thorpe just drew it up, right?
Well, Vance, exactly. You go for it on 4th. You have a bad or mishandled snap, whatever happened, and then just throw it up to a 6'4" receiver.
Man, oh,
you know, we don't have the height on Christopher Ellis. But Christopher right there just was in good position, just didn't play the ball. You know, and I know his pops is going to be saying, hey, Chris, we got to get that. But Chris really was in good position. He just had to make a turn on the ball and stick his hand out and make a play, Vance. But East High is leading. And, you know, if you hear that score, somebody hears it called out at another stadium, they're going to be saying, ooh.
What a very interesting start to this game. Independence. Well, let's take a quick look at this before we go too much further. Here's that snap that was right in his hands.
I don't think that's him. I think that's the quarterback right there. You got to catch that one. But they just got it back to where they wanted to anyway.
So it put him at a 2nd and 30. And Brian and I are both starting to think, man, this is starting to get pretty crazy here. And then just like that, Sherman.
See, Ellis is in good position right there. He doesn't play the ball. He turns his head into the man. He had good position. If he just turns the other way, turns his head up, and puts his left hand out, he knocks the ball away.
Beasley with a touchdown, and now it's 7-6 East High. What a great start. Independence, textbook, orthodox, drives down the football field, knocks it in. East High, penalties, missed snaps, penalties on the defense, fake punts, penalties on the defense, bad snaps, touchdown.
Just how you draw it up, how you dreamt it the night before.
Here's the kick, and then it goes directly out of bounds, so it's really a very unique start here. Jonathan Brooks duck hooks this directly out of bounds. Wow.
Okay, here we go again. Here's the kick. You're right, Vance. Just snapped that off looking like the U.S. team early this morning in the Ryder Cup. Just left, right. That one's left.
Man,
but
oh man.
That may be better than kicking the ball off to them because, Vance, they have very dangerous return men. And taking the ball to 35 beats the 50.
There's a good look at the center for the Blades, and he's making sure it's all right. Nick Cervantes, he's had an exciting first quarter. Not much, you hardly ever hear that before, the center having an exciting quarter. And let's see if the Blades can hang on. They can't. A broken play turns out being a huge play for Independence. Hodges still on his feet. Man, oh man, what a crazy first quarter. They had Hodges deep in the backfield, and he just...
Well, let's see right here what happened, Vance. Oh, you overran, didn't wrap up. Now Hodges changed direction. He has the speed to get away from the lineman. Down there, good blocking. Puts a little high step on it. Cut back, and then the same guy that made a great block, the receiver, the freshman, Malcolm Johnson, got caught a little bit watching. Here's the pitch out on the next. Oh, what a hit,
big
Vance.
Hit. Huge contact there, Barry. We don't have his number. Doggone it. Can you believe we don't have 35 here in the playbook? And to the family of number 35, that was a great hit. Sorry we don't have his last name. 4.5 left here in this first quarter. 2nd and 6. I got to catch our breath. What a wacky first quarter this has been. Hodges drops back, throws, has a man across the middle, and incomplete, no flags. Independence coaches thought he might have been nudged at about the 5-yard line. No call. 3rd down.
Well, he was going right there from Malcolm Johnson, but I think the guy that was really open was Christopher Ellis. He was wide open. But nonetheless, I like where the throw was placed at. Only the receiver had a chance to get it.
4:23 remaining in this first quarter. There's the time over in the right corner of your screen. 7-6 East leads Independence. 3rd down. Hodges, they pitch it to the right side. Can he stretch it out? He does. That's a nice run right there. Good first down. It's a good run by Ellis.
And that's Chris Ellis. You know, his dad was a collegiate soccer player at Cal State Bakersfield, Aaron Ellis. So, you know, he's very athletic, and you can see his speed. He's able to outrun the pursuit from inside. And luckily, the sideline was there for East, so he would still be running now.
1st and 10, Independence, East High 14-yard line. Hodges takes a look to his left, throws right across the middle. Very similar to that BHS backbreaker against Garces a few weeks ago. Rolled to his left, stopped, throws across the body in the middle. Great play.
And the only thing right there, the ball's just low and behind him. If it's on target, that's another touchdown for the Falcons.
Yep. Hodges keeps, brought down about the 8-yard line. Nice job by that East Side defense. They're learning each play.
Advance, I just like the way the linebacker 35 plays. Here he is again. We don't have his name. Hopefully we'll be able to get it by halftime. But he just is relentless. He'll hit you. He'll run you down. I just like the way this young man's playing football.
3rd and 3. It's got Hodges written all over it. No, they fool us all. Hand the ball off right up the middle. Touchdown, Brandon Robinson, TD, Falcons.
And you said it, Vance, just right up the middle, and there was nobody going to deny him there.
This PAT is up and good. 3:32 left here in the first quarter. 13-7. Brian's asking Carlos down in the field to find number 35's name. Look at this, right up the gut.
Well, I'll tell you this, Vance. One thing about Independence, they have a lot of weapons, Vance. I just like the way their athleticism looks on the offense. And East High is going to have to really get into a scoring match with them because I don't think they have the ability to stop them too much on defense because of how fast they are.
All right, thank you. We are working feverishly down on the sidelines. Our cameraman Carlos Anguiano trying to find out the first and last name of number 35. Whenever we get our programs, everybody, we pretty much go off of them. And we don't have the name and first and last name of number 35. But we want to get it because he's a playmaker. He's been involved already. Okay, kickoff. Independence with 3:32 left in this first quarter. Here it comes. A little slight wind. Should be a good returner again. Taken at the 8-yard line. It's taken by Beasley. Beasley looking for some room. Still on his feet. Wrapped up at about the 22, 23-yard line.
Vance, I like the way the Independence team came down and covered this kickoff a lot better. They stayed in their lanes, and you're going to see right here, as Beasley's going to try to cut back, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, 5 guys come into play, and that's a great job.
Number 35, by the way, Randall Soto. Randall Soto. Thank you, Carlos. So Soto, number 35 for the Blades. 1st and 10, the Blades on the ground. Nice job, about a 4-yard gain. I like how Vieira looks for the space.
Yeah, I do too, fans. He's just very aggressive when he hits the hole. There's no hesitation, and he's a powerful runner. If you see him go right by the defense, he's going to run through a couple guys and pick up a tough 4 yards.
2nd and 7, ball's at the 25-yard line. We're under 3 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. Really fun football game so far. It's been nice to call. Sherman in the shotgun. They go to Vieira again. Vieira up the middle. What a nice run. 1st down and more. Good job by that offensive line of the Blades to stay with the play, to keep driving. Good job, fellas.
Well, Vance, I just like the fact that, they have the confidence to do a great job of blocking up front. Look at all the white on the maroon. And then Vieira, like we said, he just runs hard, and he's just not going to be denied. Vance, that seems to be the theme this year with the running backs we've been watching, just very determined runners.
1st and 10, ball's at the 38-yard line. East has it. Blake, again they go to Vieira. Vieira looking to get outside. It's a spread out type of an offense. The ball went on the ground, but the play was already dead, or you would have heard a very loud fumble by me. Second and 3, ball at the 44-yard line. East High School chewing up some clock. They trail by 6. Quarterback is Sherman. He's in the shotgun. They go to Vieira again. This time, nothing doing. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. So the same play called 5 times in a row now.
Well, Vance, in that time, you got to give Independence credit. They adjusted by run blitzing. You see everybody coming in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Here's your safety coming up. And Malcolm Johnson, he's the first one off the end, but he also had the penetration right there by number 50, Vance, and that is Greg Seeley. So great job on the run blitz.
I'm hearing in my ear from our director, Bernie Johnson, that number 35 is not Soto, it's Silva. So Randall Silva. So he's becoming quite famous now because we keep getting his name wrong or not having it. 3rd and 3, big play for the Blades. Here come the Falcons. They stretch it out, they throw it out. It's up, and it is, almost caught again by Beasley. The Falcons brought everybody at Sherman, and he still got the pass off, and it was almost caught by Beasley, and had he caught it, he'd have turned around and just taken off for 6.
And I like where Blake placed the ball at. He knew he had a bigger target and almost made like a basketball play where you're going to see the seal from the receivers really just going to seal him advance and then try to just go up and get the ball on the smaller defensive back. It was almost another huge play. As DJ Reed was right there, but sometimes when you're right there, fans, and the guy's much bigger than you, there's not much you can do when the ball is placed right.
Hodges is deep. Here's the punt. This time it will go up. It will go off, and it's not bad. Hodges is going to field it. He fumble. And now he's going backwards. He's looking for room. Crackback blocking. Hodges looking for space. He crackbacks the other way. Flag on the play. Hodges in trouble. Still on his feet. Are you kidding me? Brought down at the 12-yard line, and the Blade fans loving it. Another late flag comes in. Oh, boy. Holding is the first call against Independence, and I think
blocking the back could be anything, and then it could be off a face mask or anything against East High because there was only white jerseys in the maroon.
Well, he sure made it exciting, and he's gifted and talented enough, but sometimes you just run out. Fumble!
Makes one with the fumble, makes another one. That's 2. Gets a good block right there. Makes 3, 4 miss, 5 miss.
That was the block in the back right there. Well.
And then you're going to see that there was something called late at the end. So
no, I think the second flag was just a placement flag of where it was. So now it's 1st and 10 from the 6. So Independence has their work cut out for them with 32 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Hodges is behind center. They hand the ball off. Nothing doing. Nice job by this Blades defense up front. And the big fella did most of the work early. Terrell Eddington. He's a sophomore, and he's 6'3", 280, number 77. Woo.
Yeah, watch this. He just kind of grabbed like a little, like you're grabbing your son, Vance. And come on back and sit down, son.
Hey, where you going? That'll do it for the first quarter. It is 13-7 the score. Nice football game here. Independence hosting the Blades. They're up by 6. We'll be back right after this for the second quarter.
Connect with an industry-leading fiber network powered by Bright House Networks Business Solutions, chosen to provide communication services for the Republican National Convention, which meant building a Metro Ethernet for the convention that could support a small city, dedicated bandwidth with guaranteed SLAs, a network scale to support hundreds of worldwide media outlets, and continuous Wi-Fi access. We connected Tampa to the world. Imagine what we could do for your business. Bright House Networks Business Solutions.
Remember their first sleepover? They called just to say goodnight. Then it was the curfew call to let you know they were on their way. Now they're on their own. And with Bright House Network's home phone, staying in touch is just a phone call away, anytime, anywhere. Add home phone for as low as $10 per month and enjoy unlimited calling, plenty of free features, and proven reliability. So you can call just to say hello. Learn more at brighthouse.com/phone.
Whoa, did you see that? We're big time. That's our senior director, Bernard Johnson, there inside mission control. 2nd and 10. Hodges, ball deflected, incomplete pass, and again it's the big fella, and boy, he's certainly coming on strong here. A couple plays right in a row. Again, everybody, that's number 77, Tyrell Eddington.
Yeah, I'm liking the way he's playing as well, Vance. Look at him get off the ball and then sees the quarterback arm go up and just reacts like you're taught. Gets that big paw out and bats it back. And makes it 3rd and 10 deep in East High territory.
Just underway, second quarter, 3rd and 10. Strong left side, receivers way out to the left. Hodges takes a look, wants to run. Still has time to throw, has a man wide open, and it should be trouble,
man.
And it is going to be trouble. Uh-oh. Jonathan Moore, all of it set up by the athleticism and elusiveness of the quarterback, Preston Hodges.
Wow, man, Vance, everybody did what they were doing, and the secondary fell asleep, Vance. That's the only way you can explain it. For a man to be that wide open, 90-yard touchdown, it doesn't get easier than that.
Offensive line stayed where they were. No offensive linemen downfield. Everybody just kind of hung in there. Hodges able to slip away from 2 or 3 guys, and next thing you know, on what was a definite punt situation had they stopped him. Instead, it's now 19-7. Wow, what a sock in the gut. And the PAT is up, and it's good. So we start the second quarter with a 3rd and long from deep in their own territory on about the 3-yard line. And it ends up being, from the line of scrimmage, Brian, a 97-yard touchdown pass. Goodness.
That's not how they dreamt that one to go. And they're talking about it now like somebody messed up. And that's a lonely feeling, Vance, when you blow a coverage like that. And the coaches are looking at you and thinking, hey, what happened?
Here's another look at it. Hodges doing what he does best, getting out of trouble. Thought he might run for the first down.
He just ran right by the safety, Vance. The safety never even picked him up. And that just can't happen right there. And if you're Thorpe, and East High, things are looking up. You're playing very well. You're in the game 7-13, and your offense isn't doing bad. Your defense isn't played bad at this point. And then you have just a blown coverage. And like I said, all the other, that's what happens. 10 guys doing their job, one guy falls asleep, and that's how it goes in the big games.
So it is what it is. 20-7. Independence now with a 13-point lead. The wind is coming in directly from the west, so it's blowing from west to east. And it's going to be a short kick, and it's going to be taken at the 30-yard line. Good field position for the Blades. They'll start at the 35-yard line. You're watching High School Football Game of the Week on Bright House Networks. It's been a great season so far. We are in what I believe to be is Week 5. It's Week 4 officially, but we had a Week 0 game, so Week 5 for all of us here on television. My name is Vance Paul. I have Brian Adams next to me. And we're at Independence, where the Falcons are hosting the East High Blades. 1st and 10 for East High. They're at their own 35-yard line. Just underway here in the second quarter. Quarterback for the Blades is Blake Sherman. He's in the shotgun. Blake's got some time. Looks like it's a screen play, and it is. Nice pass, but pretty good defense, and it's actually a loss on the play. It was caught out there by Vieira.
That's Austin Allman. A great job of reading the screenplay, Vance. Does a good job of keeping his feet underneath him. Doesn't go for the hesitation and cutback. And is able to put Vieira down. And Vance, I just want to hope that East keeps their head up because they've had some opportunities. And I think they can do some things with their taller receivers on the smaller defensive backs of Independence.
It's a great point, Brian, and they can just stay in this thing and battle and utilize the weapons that they have. Sherman from the shotgun. Now he's in big trouble. Takes a huge hit, and it's going to be incomplete. And the quarterback was just racked as he let go of the football. Don't know if we have a shot of that, but boy, he took a hit.
Vance, he has a strong arm. He's got to be a strong kid because even with the hit, he almost puts this on target, Vance, for a catch.
Yep. Brings up 3rd and 12. Kern County, I apologize. I have somewhat of a frog in my throat tonight. Ribbit. And I can't get rid of it. Hopefully, it'll be gone here shortly. 3rd and 12. Sherman from the shotgun. Takes a look. Everybody back, and that is going to be incomplete. So now he may be a little gun shy back there. And I see him grimacing and holding his wrist a little bit. So maybe he did take a shot. So 3 and out for the Blades.
Because Vance, he really had a lot of time on that one. And I think you're right. I think from that last blitz, he really got hit pretty good because you're going to see right here, there's plenty of time. There's no real pressure coming through. He had time to look down for some other players. And that's what happens sometimes when you're playing quarterback. You get that big hit, but I think he'll come back, he'll settle down and make some plays. But right now, the defense needs to make some plays.
Well, a hard count by the Blades, and we've said it already about the Falcons being a little antsy. And it's going to be 5 more yards, so that'll make it 4th and 7 now. I don't believe that will change philosophies for the Blades offense and their punt team, but it does shorten it just a hair. Hodges is deep. He had an exciting return a few moments ago. And not the best punt. It's a wobbler. It bounces at the 37 and goes directly out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Independence on their own 37-yard line. Last week, we were at Liberty High School. And Liberty was, had a lot of talent and at times looked pretty good, but man, oh man, Ridgeview really put it together, didn't they?
That's probably one of the best games I've seen Ridgeview play in a few years, when I mean complete games. Special teams, offense, defense, not many penalties. I thought that Coach Manning and his staff did a great job preparing for Liberty. And, hats off to Ridgeview because they played one of the best games I think I've seen them play in a while.
So they served notice to the rest of the teams around the area, and for those individuals that watched that game and were able to see what Brian was talking about, one thing I noticed about Ridgeview, and not just to get on the Ridgeview bandwagon because we cover everybody, but Brian, you never notice when you have a team that they just know what each other is doing. There's not a lot of overly communicative guys barking orders, and everybody kind of knows what each other is doing, and that breeds that quiet confidence. And so when things are going well, it's expected.
Right. Well, I was interested to see if there's going to be a letdown after going and playing Hart, because anytime you go down south, you play one of the premier teams down there, and they get beat like that. But they had a lot of confidence because they figured they scored quite a few points against a team that has not given it that many points. But here's Hodges, and that time he runs to the line, and that's kind of what the East faithful were hoping would have happened in the last play before he threw for that 90-yard touchdown strike.
Here's Hodges, takes a look. He's just so dangerous. He can do it all. He can run, of course. He's got a great arm. He's got great vision. When we saw last series that even when he's in trouble, he's not really in trouble. So he's a threat. The wind really coming in now from the northwest side. 2nd and 10, Hodges in trouble again. This time dishes it out. What a great play, and it's going to be a big play. I mean a real big play. And he's ran out of bounds at about the 5-yard line, and this is Chris Ellis again. So Ellis starting to really feel it. A great play by Hodges.
Well, Vance, but give Ellis credit too. What does he do?
Stays
he keeps
back.
the pitch relation, and did I tell you Ellis could run?
Woo,
Let's
boy.
watch this acceleration. He's just able to just run by guys, and right here, he's got one man to beat. Great job, really, though, by Ridnour of keeping the angle, so he just couldn't go straight down the sideline or cut back for the easy touchdown.
Boy, the flags in this north side of the football field were kind of just standing still about 5 minutes ago. Now the American flag and the California flag just blowing now. Woo. Big hit at the 5-yard line. And you're probably hearing that wind on our microphones. Can't really block it much. It's just coming at us now.
You said big hit, Vance, and who do you think was in the middle of that hit again?
Was it Eddington?
No, not Eddington. Who's the other guy we like on East? 35?
Oh, that's Silva.
Silva.
Randall Silva. Not Soto, but Silva. And now here's 2nd and goal. A pitch, and it's a touchdown, Independence. So now the Falcons, as we see the homecoming floats entering the south side gate, are starting to run it up now.
And just look at the balance and the moves he's able to make while he's going full speed. Now, I just like, again, the athletes at Independence. They have a lot of potential to attack you, Vance.
26-7's now the score. And Kern County, I know you can hear the wind at home. Apologize, but it's coming right into us, so I can't stop it. All right, the PAT is good, so 27-7. And we'll take another look at this touchdown. That great relationship between quarterback and the running back Ellis. He just waits. Boom,
well, Ellis
perfect
does a
pitch.
great job of keeping that right position to get the pitch from Hodges. And then he's able to just make moves while he's running full speed, Vance, and he's doing a great job. And young Christopher, he came out and worked with Mike and myself before for football a few years ago. So I keep seeing these kids, Vance, that that I've had the opportunity and the pleasure to work with and bump into, and to see them now doing well is very, very satisfying to watch them have a success.
Our first homecoming game of the year, and we seem to run into quite a bit of them as the weeks go on. And I'm wondering if these floats are going to hold up with the wind. This wind is howling. I don't know if our director Bernie can get a shot of the flags on the flagpole. Well, there's a shot of Dave Farnes's head. Tonight's referees, the head referee, Josh Huber, the umpire, Bob Williams, the head linesman, Brian Coles, the line judge, Glenn Myers, the back judge, Randy Horn, and the box, Randy Bullard. And here comes the kickoff. There's a good look at the flags right there. That wind is really starting to come in from the northwest side. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. All right, here's the kickoff. 27-7. Eastside now better get something going here. It's going to be taken at the 20 by Beasley. Fumble! Beasley's got to pick it up. Now he's in big trouble. Tries to get out of trouble. Now he gets out of trouble. Beasley still on his feet. 25, 27-yard line. The ball is out of bounds, and so it'll be 1st and 10 East High School.
And right there, he's going to muff the ball on the kickoff, and then he's going to pick it up. And I think they just get out of their lanes right there. A juke right there on one of the outside guys. That opens up the hole there. And he's going on the sideline and is able to really pick up a good return and get the ball almost right at about the 30-yard line, Vance.
So 1st and 10. Sherman in the shotgun. Takes the snap. They hand off to Vieira. They're going to stay on the ground. Oh, what a nice job. Great job of defense out there. It's taken down from behind in a real big hustle play out there by
Caleb Taylor. Really, like you said, Vance, a hustle play and just runs down Vieira.
They actually gained a couple of yards, they say. Micah Flores comes in and brings the call in. And Marcus Rojas jogs in there as well. 2nd and 8. Sherman in the shotgun. Rojas pitches, and it's caught out there by Beasley, but can Beasley get outside? He cannot. Independence shuts him down at about the 35-yard line. So it'll be about a gain of 4. Should be about 3rd and 4.
And Vance, Derek Check does a great job of coming up playing the quarterback to pitch, coming inside out. And Hodges from that safety spot, you got the pitch man, did a great job of coming up. And the two of them, Derek Check and Preston Hodges, converged for a stop, forcing a 3rd down and 4.
7.5 remains in the half. Third and 4, huge 3rd down for East. They need to keep this ball going. It's fired, it's caught, and it's going to be about the 37, 38-yard line. Flag on the play in the backfield. See what that means.
Well, if it's 37-yard line, Vance, that makes it short.
Yep. Roughing the passer on the defense.
Won't matter now, Vance. That'll be a 1st down.
So East High keeps it going. .7:12 remains in the first half. Be 1st and 10. East High is going to keep the chains moving. Speaking of the East Side, tomorrow will be a big crowd up at Memorial Stadium where your Renegades will take on College of the Canyons. Kickoff 6 o'clock. We'll be calling it on the air, so get ready for a big game for the Renegades. Strong right side. Sherman takes a look, has time, floats one out, has a man open, and just overthrows him. Good no call by the official. Little bit of contact, but unable to be caught. And they're coming right at our cameraman, Carlos.
You know, again, I like the pass. It's thrown only where the receiver can get it. Good coverage. You know, you go back, you reload in the 2nd down, but I like the attempt right there. But I like to see him get back to using the big fella on the smaller defensive backs.
Sherman has really good flight on the ball. Nice rotation. Looks good. Oh, look at that packed house, Independence, and not a seat open except for that big gap where the band sits. Other than that, full house tonight at Independence. They go down the sidelines with it. It's thrown out there again. Beasley, doggone it. Might have been able to grab that one. Don't know if he was in bounds anyway, but it was a good-looking pass.
Yeah, I don't think it was in bounds. You know, the ball, if it can just hang up a little bit higher and let him go up and get it. No, he could have been in bounds, Vance.
A little bit more focus.
Had he caught it. But good effort.
3rd and 10. By the way, the assistant coaches, let's start with the visiting team. Rick Van Horn calling the offense.
You got to say the Bakersfield High Hall of Fame, Rick Van Horn.
Excuse me. Let me start this over. And I'll do it after this play. How's that? Because that's a good correction, and I need to get it right here. Strong right side, 3rd and 10. Sherman, now they're coming at him. Look out. Lets it go. Confusion on the routes. So being pressured and confusion on the routes, overthrown. The assistant coaches for East High School, starting with the Bakersfield High School Hall of Famer and iconic football mind and author Rick Van Horn, Ben and Salbaher, Josh Lopez, Nick Hernandez, and Daniel Calvin. The athletic director, of course, for East is Ted Armijo, and the athletic trainer, Jeff Hayes. That is your East High School coaching staff, athletic director, and trainer. And now the Blades are going to have to boot it on a 4th and 10. They're going to try for the fake again. This time they're going to throw it up in the air, and it's picked off. Didn't work, and this could be big trouble. Flag on the play. There is a penalty. So it's taken back out there by DJ Reed. Reed with the interception. Flag on the play. Way back at the 42-yard line. Don't know who it will affect yet.
And great play right there by DJ. Probably, in other words, man downfield. It'll be declined. So DJ Reed, another person who's been through the Mike Avery and Adams camp. As we see the replay right here. And the Reed does a good job right here going up, picking off the ball. This becomes like a punt return for him. And you can see he has good speed too. Look at him get out and almost get away. Good cut back there. But great hustle by the East High Blades to stop a touchdown. And great play by DJ Reed.
So what you were seeing on the play call, on the penalty call, was an ineligible man downfield. There were about 4 or 5 linemen that were just a little bit too far down for that play to be successful. All for naught. Intercepted. 1st and 10 at the Blade 33-yard line. Ellis out of the backfield on a reception. Ellis looking to get outside, knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So Independence just keeps coming.
And this quarter's become the Ellis show, Vance, after that long touchdown pass. He's just running by guys on the left or the right, up the middle.
Picked up the 1st down. Hodges readjusting everyone out there. Now Ellis in the slot. And right behind Hodges is Robinson, who already has a touchdown run. Wouldn't be surprised to see him grab it right up the middle. And movement or time or something, but it is going to be on the offense. Yep. False start on Independence, so it'll bring it back a little bit. Again, it's homecoming at Independence tonight, so there'll be some festivities here at the half. .620 remaining here in this first half. This has been a little bit of a slower quarter than the first quarter. That first quarter moved right along. Robinson again, right behind the quarterback, who's right behind a huge center, and Nick Scott. Nick Scott is a massive center. Hodges takes a look, has a man open. Will it be caught? It is, and it is another touchdown, and this is Joseph Polkinghorn. Joseph Polkinghorn.
Well, Preston Hodges has it going on running and throwing the ball tonight, Vance.
Sure does.
Good play fake there, and I like the throw out there, right on the money, and is able to get in easy for a touchdown.
So Independence just doing it. Here's the PAT. The kick is up, and it's good, and it's Jeffrey Gans, and he knocks it in. So here's a look at the touchdown. And from the very get-go, you knew where he was going, and he got it there, and there was nobody near him. (34-7).
You know, East High came out, looked very good in the first quarter. Vance got the lead at one point. You know, and then they just had a couple of miscues where they maybe a catch here, a blown coverage here, and you know this is a different game. But I think East High, you know, and still just has to fight. You know, and I know it gets difficult when you're struggling, Vance, as a player. I've been on teams like that. You have too, my friend, if you play enough sports. But you just got to stay positive and just keep chipping away and keep working, because you never know when your breakthrough is going to happen.
Independence playing well this year, 3-1 coming into tonight. And with 6:13 remaining here in this first half, they will kick off to the Blades. This is going to drift back. It better be picked up. It better doesn't go in, and it does. It does. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the East High Blades. You're watching high school football game of the week on Bright House Networks. This is the only place you can watch an entire football game here locally and in its entirety from start to finish, and we're very proud of that. We've been on the air for a lot of years. This is my 10th year. I think Brian's 14th year. And special time here in the fall to call these games. As we get older, we become more and more familiar with athletic directors and principals and head coaches and administrators. And a lot of these players' parents are friends of ours, so it's always kind of fun to grow with the programs. And here come the Blades. Tiarina's back there, but it looks like the quarterback here will be Marcos Rojas. Rojas in the shotgun now. Rojas trying to get out of trouble and gets coughed up, gets swallowed up. I've got a bad throat on my mind about the 21-yard line.
You know, they just having too much pressure, just nowhere to run to. As once again, the Independence defense is up for the challenge.
Second and 9. Run play to the right side. Nice, good, strong run. Boy, I like it. East High fans like it too. Muscles his way up to, I think he got the first down. He did. Boy, that's a great run.
Yeah, he's just doing a great job, Vance, of just not giving up, and that's the attitude I think all the Blades players have to have, is we're just not going to give up. We're going to keep fighting and battling.
I love it. I know that's what Coach Thorpe and his staff was all about. 5:16 and counting remaining in this first half. 1st and 10. Blake Sherman. He fires it out to the left side. It's caught out there by Beasley. Nice pass, nice catch. They get it to about the 39-yard line. A good-looking play right here. Stand in the pocket, toss it out there. Beasley gets up to the 40. Nice to see Coach Thorpe right below us, going up to some of his players, defensive guys, patting them on the shoulder pads, saying, fellas, good hard work out there. Just keep it going. I love that guy. 2nd and 4. And a nice run for about 4 yards. Vieira is able to just keep plowing ahead. That's going to be the story here tonight, Brian. I think it's probably going to come out a lot of times with you and I, that it's just all about these guys staying with it.
Right, like I said, Vieira, he's run hard all night long, Vance, and I've liked the way he's run the ball and his aggressiveness.
1st and 10. Sherman in the shotgun. Here they come at him. Nice pass, though. Beasley catches it, makes a nice move, gets it across at midfield, and it's going to be 2nd and about 4 from the 49-yard line. So, he's staying in there and taking some hits. They came at him pretty hard that time.
They did, Vance, and I just like the way he is staying in there, and he's finishing the throw, and he's getting the ball out there knowing that he's going to get hit. And now receivers are catching the ball and making plays for him, and now you have it a 2nd and short, so the running game is in play. You can pass the ball. You can do play action on this because you have run the ball well, and even try to go deep if you want to.
Vieira's the lone back. Sherman is right behind center. I don't know if we've seen him behind center all night tonight. Vieira slips at the 50-yard line, so it'll be about a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd and 4.
And that's it. Just got his shoulders and his upper body on the outside of those feet, and those feet on that grass slip out, and he goes down without being touched.
Ball is exactly at midfield. 2:44 and counting. The Blades looking around, not quite sure the play call. They looked back at their quarterback and said, "Hey, Blake, what's up?" 3rd and 4. Oh, quick snap. Screen play looks good. Vieira, can he get outside, pick up a block or two? And he does. Cover up, 1st down. So good play by the Blades. Really nice play.
Great call. They knew there was going to be some pressure. This time they were able to get to the outside of it and just threw it right there around the defensive end. And this time, the linebacker right there, and that is Allman, was not able to get over there and make the play like he did earlier in the 2nd quarter.
It's key right there is Blake got rid of it quickly.
Yes, he did, Vance.
Got rid of that right away. I formation now for the Blades. Vieira again trying to get outside. This time he just has to go down because it's getting pretty thick with traffic in there at about the 41-yard line.
Again, he's just a tough kid, Vance. He sees there's nothing there. I'm just going to put my shoulders down and just try to drive my feet and see if I can pick up anything, and he gets a yard on it.
Officially 2nd and 9. I formation again. Sherman drops back. Quick little toss down the left side, and it's going to be Beasley, and flags all over the place, but he caught the ball. It's a reception, but he was also mugged on the way down the field, so we'll see what the call is. Great concentration, good catch.
And I love it. I love it, Blades. I love it. Right there you go again to your big receiver. So he's about a 5-inch, almost 6-inch.
Oh, he dropped it.
Difference. He wasn't able to catch it, but they called the pass interference, and it's going to almost be about the same amount of yards, Vance.
To the naked eye, I thought he caught it. I made a mistake. So it will be 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. So with a $1:17 left here, now the coaching staff for East High want to make sure that their time management is in place and they get on the scoreboard here.
Well, they still have 2 timeouts with 1:17. You can do a lot of things. Your quarterback's arm is strong enough. If they're playing soft up top, you can throw out so he can get out of bounds. Or you can work the boundary right here, right underneath this, Vance. Just drive off and get quick 5 yards and get out of bounds.
Falcons blitz. And this tough running back for East High School continues to impress Brian and I. And we're talking about Tanner Vieira. He was shut down at the line of scrimmage, and he ended up at about the 19-yard line. They pushed him back at the end, but boy, what a great-looking play. Look at this, Kern County. Boom.
You know, I like how ferocious he runs, Vance. That's the best way I can say it. He's just very physical. And they get a little chippy here at the end. Hodges is able to make the tackle from the safety. And the referees had to get involved and kind of just say, hey, cool it. But there's a timeout. I don't know if the referees called timeout, Vance, or the East High called timeout.
The Blades called a timeout here. And they want to put together a scenario where their yardage and their time management and their selection of plays all combines for a touchdown. The flags are blowing strong here coming from the northwest, and they have to keep that in mind if it's going to be a long field goal attempt. I'm sure they want to get 6, of course.
Yeah, that's the only problem when you run, Vance. You know, you get 5 yards, but the thing about it is the clock is running. So, you know, now you had to use a timeout, so you only got 1 timeout left. But again, like I said, he does a great job of running hard, and he's able to really just make something out of nothing sometimes, Vance. And here's the shove and the pushing.
Hey, man, you got me. I'm down. There's 3 guys on me. Let me get up.
Look, I like what the official did. He took control. Now, look, the official has his hands down. He doesn't have them up. You know, so he's just telling them, hey, relax. I see it. You know, he's telling them, I got it. I see it. Don't worry about it.
And that official right there on the right part of your screen, that's the legendary Bob Williams. He's been around a long, long time. He's one of the senior officials, one of the
Well, let's give our hats off and a hand clap to Bob. He did a great job of controlling the situation and not letting it escalate and get out of hand.
What everybody doesn't know about Bob is, what many people might not know, he was the team manager for the Bakersfield College Renegades 1978 basketball championship team with Dean Jones, Emmanuel Kelvin, and Todd Ward and Donnell Yeomans. Bob Williams was the team manager, so he's iconic. They pitch it to the right side. It's going to be a pitch pass. Should be a face mask. It is. So Vieira's in trouble, but it's a face mask, and it's going to be called on a really good defensive play by Jonathan. I mean, a good defensive player by Jonathan Moore, but he got the cage.
I'm with you on that, Vance. I think he got the cage. It's an easy call. But I think right now, East should be calling their play right now. Use this time for the officials to sort everything out and call the face mask and do all that good stuff. And have your play ready to go.
So the officials will talk it out. We'll see it right here. It was right in front of everybody, including us.
Yeah, that's easy to see right there. They had the pitch pass on, but
then Vieira takes another hit after that. He's going to be a sore young
tough,
man.
He's a tough kid, Vance. Very tough kid.
Love it. Officials taking a bit of time here, and I believe that the head official is just having a word with everybody that, hey guys, we got 58 seconds left in this half. You're all going to get a break here in a minute. It's homecoming. It'll be a longer halftime than normal. Let's just kind of get out of this deal without any more serious calls here. Not that was intentional,
right?
But I think it's just.
Call your play, Blake. Have him ready. I like this. He's already called the play, Vance, so they're ready to go. So you almost got a timeout off of that penalty.
Sure. They might take a shot right away. 1st and 10, the 15-yard line. For what it's worth, they can get another first down if they need it. 58 seconds.
Ball should be snapped.
High snap. And a lot of activity in the defensive backfield, but incomplete pass. At least it stops the clock.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You only lost about 9 seconds on that. You know, he had to get rid of the ball earlier than he wanted to, but you can see what the idea was to go and try to stop and come back.
That's what.
You know, Marino made that play famous with the clay. He would throw it right behind that defensive back shoulder, and they would turn and pirouette and catch it.
Well, and that's what Sherman was doing, but Rojas kept running, and he was trying to get Rojas to come back into the play. It would have been a touchdown. Sherman. This time he throws it out to no man's land, and that was either the wrong routes or some miscommunication, but coaching staff trying to let them know, hey, listen, we don't have any more shots at this. It's 3rd and 10 now. Clock is stopped with an incomplete pass. (34-7) is the score. It's been a very, very good half for the Independence Falcons.
Well, really good quarter, because the first quarter they lost. They were down 7-6. But I think if East High can get something good to happen here, Vance, score, and then you get the ball back at half, score again, who knows?
Blitz, they throw it out there, and a flag is going to be, and it's going to be called against Independence, and I think it may be on DJ Reed.
It is, because he never turns, Vance, to play the ball. He just locks up into the big receiver, and he has to turn to catch to make a play. And this is what you're going to have the pass interference. I don't know if we can see. We might see the end of it. You'll see the defensive back. He doesn't turn until it's too late. The ball's already hitting the ground. He's engaging in the receiver. Both hands are on the receiver. And then when he finally turns, the ball's already thrown and it's in the ground. So he's just got to turn a little earlier, and he can't use both hands.
I'm so glad you explained it that way, because it helps fans and people watching that saying, oh, come on. But it's a great call. East High. They make a shot at it, and almost a great catch. Vieira couldn't pull it in, but that brings up 2nd and goal from the 7. So 2nd and goal from the 7. He almost makes a one-hander.
Yeah, Vance, if the ball's thrown a little bit closer to him, it's a touchdown. And that's just the basketball move. That's just like the big fella going down the lane and turn around and post up and throw me the ball.
2nd and goal from the 7, 32 seconds left. Homecoming halftime right after this. This time it's Rojas at the quarterback position. Rojas wants to keep it himself. Will he get in? Rojas looking, takes a huge hit, does not get out of bounds. Big hit out there by Moore.
And they got the timeout, so good job right there. A good changeup, too. And they almost got in for the touchdown. Like you said, he didn't get out of bounds. You'd have liked to see the young fella get outside, get out of bounds, and stop the clock. Right here, you can't score, try to get out of bounds. But give Hodges a safety did a great job along there with Jonathan Moore of not allowing him to get out of bounds.
So with 24 seconds remaining here in the first half, it's 3rd and goal from the 2. No timeouts, so if they stay on the ground and don't get it,
they stay on the ground and don't get it, they're almost done.
That's what I'm saying.
This has to be a pass, and you can't get sacked. And 34-7, Vance, I'm going for it on both downs.
Well, of course. So
because if I get to 14, we come back out and score, we're 21-34, and we're back in it.
So something along the lines of a rollout where you can toss it, get out of bounds, save one more shot at it.
And again, I don't know how mobile he is, in terms of moving like that. But I know his arm is strong on his live. I would even think, I don't know if what East High has, even if you isolate
Well, they have 3
Beasley,
quarterbacks.
And there's nobody else over there with Beasley but himself, so he can go one-on-one with somebody.
Beasley's here on the short side of the field, on the bottom of your screen. There he is, he's almost out of your screen, but the right side of your screen. So here we go, 3rd and goal from the 3. Sherman takes the snap, throws it across the middle, touchdown. What a beautiful play, nice pass. East High gets on the board. Again, good play. Tough to defend.
I like the fact they came right back to Beasley, used the size with the slant. And that's a tough situation for DJ Reed. What are you going to give up? The best chance I think he has, and you got to be careful when you're smaller guys, to go up and jam or fake the jam and run inside of him so he can't get it.
Touchdown Blades, 34-13. Here's the PAT. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's up and it's good. So 34-14, 19 seconds remaining here in the first half. So a good way to finish this first half for the Blades. They need to close it out here on the kickoff, and we'll go to halftime.
And now you have to be careful, though, Vance, if you're East High, and not give these dangerous return men a chance to make a big play and put 7 back on the board by running the kickoff back.
Just don't let up. Coach Thorpe over there patting some helmets and shoulder pads, saying, nice job, fellas. That was a nice drive. You figured they went a long way to get that ball in the end zone. Tonight's production is under the direction of our senior director, Bernard Johnson. In the production truck with him at Command Central is Dave Farnes. The Godfather, Zachary Flores, is on the south scissor lift. And we are on the north scissor lift with Samsonite Bowman. And down on the grass, none other than Señor El Jefe Carlos Anguiano. ¿Qué pasó, señor? Here's a little 7-iron out of bounds, so they don't run it back. And not the worst scenario unless. Yeah. All right, no flag. Sorry. Well, a flag on the out of bounds, but I thought there may have been a flag up here in the higher part of the field as well. So the flag, of course, just for the ball going out of bounds, but now they got to kick it again further back into this wind.
And Vance, I might move everybody up just a hair to give my return man a chance maybe to touch it.
There's no way. I don't see that ball getting to Chris Ellis in this wind. He's on the 10-yard line, but you never know. The kicker, by the way, is Jonathan Brooks. Brooks, onside, and another flag. Oh, and now that's going to put the ball back even further. That could have ended up in the hands of the Blades. Look at this baby. Nice. This is nice. Had it ended up in the Blades' hands, but
that would have been real sweet.
Woo! Now it goes back even further. Independence is going to take it right there. So 19 seconds. No time has gone off the clock yet. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. They break out of the huddle. Hodges behind center. Looks like they may go for something. They're not going to take the knee, I don't believe. Hodges looks, throws it out to the right side. It is caught. It is complete. Still on his feet. Are you kidding me? And they knock him out at the 15-yard line. So with 10 seconds left, they give up a huge play, and now Independence able to put something on the board possibly. Yikes.
That's another one of my kids there. That's Derek Check, one of the big-time basketball players for Independence. Vance had a 30-plus game last year, and now he's showing his prowess in the football field.
So how deflating would this be for the Blades if Independence were to get in on a touchdown? They only had 19 seconds to do it. Hodges looks, he's in trouble. He floats out. Hodges looking to get in. Hodges tries to dive in. Touchdown, Independence, with 3 seconds left on the clock. He goes airborne, and with 19 seconds to start the drive, Independence scores. Look at this, Kern County. He gets close and touchdown. 2 plays.
Well, Vance, would you say demoralizing? I mean, here it is. You have a chance to get out of here. 34-14, and in 2 plays in 16 seconds.
56 yards.
Oh, boy.
The PAT is up and it's good, so 41-14. So the Blades score a TD with 19 seconds left on the clock. You and I talked about it. They just need to take care of business on the kickoff. They had 2 out-of-bounds kicks. And after that, on a 1st and 10 from their own 44, it was about a 40-yard gain and then a touchdown run by Hodges. And just like that, it's a 27-point lead at the end of the first half.
Wow.
And Coach Thorpe was way down on the other side of the football field, right in front of our cameraman, Zach, talking to the officials. Not quite sure what he's discussing, but there was some type of a play. Something happened that he didn't agree with. Not sure what it was, but be that as it may, with 3 seconds left to go in the half, it's all Independence in the second quarter. They've scored 35 points in the second quarter alone. So
wow.
Here's the kickoff.
That's all I can say, fans, is just wow.
And now they go for some type of an onside, and it's recovered by Independence with 1 second on the clock. So they go for an onside kick, up 41-14. And now Independence has the football with 1 second. And now they'll go ahead and decide to go down on one knee. So that'll do it. First half is over.
We're the kind of friend who knows how important it is for you to work with a reliable, dependable crew. They understand what you need, sometimes before you even know what you need. Which is why at Bright House Networks, we take great pride in our customer service, offering an on-time guarantee and customer support 24/7, 365 days a year.
You know, I usually have a whole bunch of guys.
The other guys are back at the office.
Cool.
Bright House Networks.
Well, halftime is over, and it was a homecoming halftime for Independence High School. And we are back with the start of the third quarter. And Brian, you and I our scissor lift on the north side is over here, close to where East High kind of came off the field. And we saw the coaching staff, and it's just all about regrouping and getting back after it.
Vance, you almost have to throw that half out if you're East and say, hey, let's try to come out and have a good second half and see if we can't do some things, get some points on the board, move the ball. We get the ball first. See if we can come right out and score.
So East High will receive the football. That's a good sign. They'll get things rolling. Brian, what do you think Coach Thorpe had to say to his guys?
I think he has to just tell them, man, guys, hey, we cannot quit. We got to keep working hard. We're a few plays away. The other score says 41-14. We were up 7-6. We had a chance. We didn't take advantage of that opportunity. They rolled off 21 unanswered. We come back and score, and with 19 seconds, we kind of relaxed and kind of gave up 7 and really let the momentum go.
Back to return for East High, number 14, Beasley.
All right, so East High back and will receive. Taken at the 25-yard line, looking for a little bit of a break here. Nice job, good running, still on his feet, gets up to about the 40.
East High returner number 22, Hector Sherman. First down, East High on their own 37.
With Vance, they have good field position up to about the 36-yard line. You know, and let's really see what Eastside can get going in the second half and see if they can't surmount a drive here and put some points on the board.
I formation. They run to the left side, not much happening here. We'll see if Coach Van Horn, the offensive coordinator for the Blades, tries to open up, tries to see what they've got in the playbook and see if they can build on this game towards a possible victory comeback tonight, or just work towards the back part of the season and put some nice sets together here.
Well, you know, Vance, one thing that they have been able to do is run the ball at some time. They have been able to run the ball with Vieira and then pass the ball to the big fella out to the right.
Hey, Vieira breaks through. I don't know if he'll get all the way there, but it's a pretty good run to start things off. Still on his feet. There's a good run to the left side. First down, Blades at the 17-yard line.
And right on cue, Vieira just takes the ball off to the left, cuts inside the check, and the defense, the linebacker, is nowhere to be found. And Vieira's going to take off, and DJ Reed and Preston Hodges are going to run him down and stop the touchdown, but not before he picks up a good 30 yards, Vance.
From the shotgun. Corner of the end zone. A lot of activity back there. Oh, that's a touchdown. He made the catch. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, I thought he had it. Boy, that looked like a really nice touchdown catch there, but it just fell out. Here's your call, Brian.
Well, Vance is going to see right here. We'll fade out to the corner. I'm just going to see right there. Oh, just right through his hands. Just never had it secure. The ball was bobbling through his hands as he was making the pirouette in the back of the end zone. But good throw.
They go to Vieira on the ground on a 2nd and 10. Just underway here in the second half. The East High Blades with a nice couple of plays to get them deep into Independence territory. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 15-yard line. I formation. Vieira runs to the right side of the field.
Obviously, they were in a 4-down situation for them, Vance, and maybe see if they could catch them dipping right there on the defense and get a big run again. But it'll be 4th and about 6, which is manageable. And I definitely would be looking to help over the top on Beasley if I'm the safety, Vance.
4th and 6. Sherman on the shotgun has Vieira left to him. Here they come. They throw across the middle and overthrown, incomplete. So Falcons hold. It'll be 1st and 10 for Independence. 9:20 remains in this third quarter. We're just underway in the second half. Ooh, had him.
And that's the same route he ran for the touchdown. The ball is just a little high, Vance. If it's down low, it's another 6.
First and 10, Independence.
Now the question becomes, if you're McEwen and the staff, how long do you keep your starters in the game?
flick out to the left side long enough to start this series. Ellis brought down about the 38-yard line.
This is that quick pass out to Ellis, and then he does the rest with his speed. He's able to get to the outside, makes guys miss. Now you're going to see a little bit of a hesitation. And nope, I'm going to go back the other way and make you miss twice and then pick up my yardage and get down and keep the chains moving.
First and 10. Handoff up the middle, big run. Big gain to the 44-yard line. And that's Ely. Ely in on the action. Boy, what a roster.
I mean, Vance, they have a lot of weapons, Vance. They're very athletic, and they've used them tonight.
First and 10. Hodges on a keeper. Hodges looks to cut upfield. Hodges still on his feet. Hodges to the 20. He cuts back against the grain, and Hodges is in for a touchdown. Big run, big score.
Well, Vance, right there is going to be a keeper. Cuts it upfield. Gets to the outside. Makes another player miss. And then right here, there's no chance on that play right there, one-on-one. And he's just going to go in for another touchdown. And that should be about all we should be seeing from Hodges tonight, Vance, with 47, making it 48-14.
The PAT is up, and it is through. So 48-14 official score here. Midway through the third quarter, 8:19 remaining.
And this is a great angle to see what Hodges was seeing when he was running, Vance. He's going to be at open field. He hits to the sideline. There's good blocking down there by the receivers. That's Malcolm Johnson. And then Hodges does the rest of reading the players and cutting back across the grain and waltzing into the end zone. Now the run was great, but the dance he's going to have to work on, Vance.
Well, they're young. They'll get to that part. $8:19 remains in the third quarter. Big football game tonight by Independence. They're up 48-14, a 34-point lead. And here's the kickoff. The wind blowing hard. It'll be taken at the 20-yard line. And the return man is, well, we don't have a number one either, so no number one. So first and 10 for the Blades. It's been a rough night for them. They had a couple of bright spots. They were up 7-6 at the end of the first quarter. And then Independence rattled off 35 straight, and then East was able to battle back and score very late in the second quarter. 19 seconds remain, and they were trailing just by 20. And then with boom, first play from the line of scrimmage with 19 seconds left, Independence had a 48-yard gain. And then the next play, Hodges ran it in. So with 19 seconds, they went 54 yards and scored just like that. And now the Blades trying to make something happen. Beasley with a nice couple of moves out there, and he gets hit hard, wrapped up at about the 41-yard line, so it'll be a first down.
Well, Vance right there. Beasley's had a big game tonight as well. 2 touchdowns, quite a few catches. He's probably closing in on close to 100 yards of receiving. And, you still see the starters in there for Independence. So the question again is, how long are they going to be out there? But Independence, just like East, if you look at them, they're not very deep teams. So they don't have a lot of players out there, maybe 30, 33 players. But you got to imagine at some point, some of these guys who've been starting to go to the sideline.
Pretty big lead. Vieira, who's done a nice job tonight. He's ran the ball a lot, and he's been hit hard a lot. He's gained a lot of yards, but boy, he's sure gonna feel it tomorrow. Coaching staff for the Falcons: head coach Clint McCunn, his assistants Chad Shelton, Zach McNinch, Chris Rozuski, Greg Napoleon, Clint Tobias, Bobby Henzo, Ryan McElwain, and the athletic trainer is Ryan Hutchinson. McEwen's done an incredible job with his football team. High snap. Vieira again takes the handoff and gets up to about the 46-yard line.
Vance, he's building the program. He's getting kids to come out. One thing I talked to him is the basketball program, the football program, all the programs here are working together, sharing athletes so the kids can get not only a good high school experience, but they get more opportunity to play different sports and have an opportunity for success.
Well, I sure love hearing that. Old school, playing all the sports. They stay on the ground with it. Whoa, what another nice hard run. Boy, when the end of the year awards go out, it'll be the AP awards. Let's remember Tanner Vieira for one of our AP award tough guys. Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know, Vance, if we've seen a kid play with this much heart. In a situation where a lot of kids don't want to play, we might give up. He's just played with tremendous heart and drive, and, he's been a pleasure to watch tonight.
1st and 10, Blades. Sherman from the shotgun. Has a lot of time. Floats one out there. We'll see what happens with it. And it is, almost caught. Would have been a fantastic catch by Rojas. And the hit that came in on the end was not a belligerent hit. It wasn't ill-intended. I think the defender thought he might have caught it. So, good hit at the end. Nothing.
Great effort right here by Rojas. He goes up, jumps over the defender, and almost brings it in. And look at the concentration, just trying to stay with it. But his body's kind of going away and just slips right a little bit through his fingers. And he might have a little bit of hyperextension of that knee, Vance.
Hope he's okay. That's Marcos Rojas.
Well, he's in good hand with Mr. Jeff Hayes, one of the better trainers around.
All right, he's up. Applause from the crowd. Some of the other games tonight, interesting storyline. Tulare Union is at Centennial, Buchanan at Stockdale. These are two teams that both need a win badly. We called a Stockdale game already. We haven't called a Centennial game yet, but both these teams in unfamiliar territory. At least Centennial this season is 1-3, and they've had a tough go of it. Stockdale we called a few weeks ago, and we saw Clovis take care of business against Stockdale. So these teams both in desperate need of a win tonight.
And for Stockdale, you go from Clovis to Garces. That's like out of the pan and into the fire then, because Garces is the real deal.
Vieira on his right side, still on his feet. We see that a lot tonight. We see Tanner Vieira into a group of Independence defenders, and that they just kind of keep moving down the field like 4 or 5 guys on top of the 5'9", 190-pound running back.
Man, he's very powerful. I just like to say, I like the way he runs. He keeps his feet moving. He's not afraid of contact, and he just drives and drives till the referee blows the whistle or you put him on the ground.
3rd and 6. Sherman wants to go back high again. This time he just overthrows his receiver. That's a route that really takes a long time to develop, and you have to get rid of it in time, and that brings up a 4th and 6. They're going to have to punt it.
Well, let's give Jared Chuck some credit, though, Vance.
Sure.
He's not in bad position. He's an outside linebacker / defensive end type player for Independence, and he was right in great position. So if that ball would have been thrown short, he could have got it, and it's just a little bit outside. And here you go now, 4th and 6, and you have your running quarterback in.
Number 10, Jared Check.
Perfect snap, and this wind puts this football in play deep. And do they make the play? They do. What a nice save. Really good effort, and it's going to be at the 5-yard line. Flag on the play, though. You got to be kidding me. What's the call? Pushing the back on Independence. I think that'll be declined or a little added to it, but it was a great play. Really good hustle play down there at the goal line to swat that ball back in play.
Good punt. And Vance, like you said, great play. We've seen East High really make some good plays tonight, Vance. And I can't see the number on that. But what a great play by the East High Blades special teams.
So Independence deep in their own territory. 4:20 left here in this third quarter. Handoff to the right side.
And right there, just a quick hitter. That's a dive play. Trying to get some room to breathe, and they were able to do that. Picked up about 4 yards.
Second down.
Second and 6. Pitch to the left side. Look out. Another big gain. And still on his feet looking for some more. It's Ellis. He's had a big game. What a big run from Ellis, trying to stretch it out. And they pitches it back. Sorry, it was Moore. Moore pitches it back to DJ Reed. So I apologize for the first part of the call. It was Jonathan Moore, and as Moore sprints down the line, we see a flag come in late when the play's completely over, but he pitches it to Reed.
Watch Moore, though, does a great job making guys miss. Watch the balance here, Vance. Puts his hand down, stays up, and then now he's going to hit to the sideline, but then have the presence of mind to realize that he can pitch it.
Wow.
And the touchdown was good, and you have a situation, Vance, where I think they're going to talk about the celebration on the flag. I think DJ Reed took his helmet off, and so that's going to be automatic flag right there. A little excessive on the celebration.
54-14, so it's a 40-point lead for the Blades. Independence looks very good tonight.
Their offense is very explosive. You see they have a lot of guys that can make plays for them.
Here's the PAT. It's up and it's good. So 55-14. East High Pep Band right below us, not being deterred, not being swayed. Here's another look at this touchdown. Boy, this is impressive, Kern County. Watch the The vision.
And then the balance right here, able to stay up. You know, and give Eastside, they're still chasing and not giving up. There's Vieira. And then he's going to say, oh, everybody's here. Let me just pitch it off. And then Reed gets a touchdown.
So 55-14, if I'm not mistaken, we will now have the running clock rule in place. It's a 35-point spread, I guess you would call the word, when the team is ahead by 35 points, then they go into a running clock scenario. So with 3:19 left in the third quarter, that will be put in play. I know that Coach Thorpe and his coaching staff are very dedicated, devoted, committed coaches, and it's not an enjoyable moment, not an enjoyable rule to have enforced on you.
You know, in my first ever game for Bright House, I come out and do the BHS, and I can't remember De La Salle. Bernie was with me. It's our first game together, Bernie and myself. And
was there color television back then? Okay, keep going. I want to hear your story.
And De La Salle came in. DJ Williams, who plays for the Broncos. I don't know if he's still there now, but he did play for the Broncos last year. The linebacker De La Salle and a couple other kids. First time I ever seen the running clock in high school, and they just beat my beloved Drillers. It was
silly.
Bad. They could have scored 100 that night.
Well, it'll be East High's football on the 44-yard line. Again, a reminder to all of our Bakersfield fans watching this tonight on Friday night. Tomorrow night up at Bakersfield College, your Renegades, I say your because it's your college football team, hosting College of the Canyons up at the Hill, 6 o'clock kickoff. Hope to have you all there. It'll be on the radio if you want to listen in. Pass play to the left side. It's thrown and it's connected out there to
Fumble.
Richard. Fumble! Independence football. So Richard Aguirre with the catch out here, and it's caught, and then right at the very end, they just strip it. They said,
Derek
I'll
just
take
ripped it out. Good job, Derek.
So we haven't seen the running clock get started just yet.
And Independence called timeout, so maybe they're making a switch, Vance, with some players and getting some other guys in. I don't know, but...
So with 3:03 remaining in the third quarter, 55-14, Independence with a commanding lead. We'll see what Coach McKeown is going to do with his offense. And it looks as though they're going into some type of a new quarterback. The quarterback is going to be Cano Ramos. Fumble! Ooh, and he gets it. So Cano Ramos is the new quarterback. He is a senior. And his father, Johnny, a good buddy of mine, Johnny Ramos, very well-known artist here in town. Bossa Nova Art Studios. Johnny, you're welcome. Kino, there's his son. He's got a nice arm, Very talented young man. He's a senior, number 13. Ramos hands the ball off to Brandon Robinson.
Well, you know, Vance, one of the things that goes out there right there is we hear Keanu.
Sorry, it's Keanu. Sorry. I knew something wasn't coming out right, and now Johnny's going to kill me. I was looking at the spelling, and I know the young man. So Keanu Ramos behind center. Pitches. Fumble. Sorry, Keanu. So 4th and 6, so a quick series for Ramos and company.
You see right there, the pitch was not able to be handled. But once again, the ball bounced right back into the Independence player's arms. So now you got a punt situation.
It's a high one. And it takes, looks like Beasley, he thought about it. For 1 second, Beasley said, you know what, I'm just going to take this thing and go with it. But it doesn't happen. 50 seconds remains here in the third quarter. A big, big lead for Independence, 55-14. Don't know where we'll be next week, but we're getting into the thick of things now. Be the first game in October. Nice game tonight at Taft. Shafter 4-0 out at Taft, where it's always difficult to get a win on the road. So nice article in the newspaper today, by the way. Zach Ewing did a great job of covering Ricky Ishida and his coaching staff out there. 5-0. Pass play out to the right side. Beasley wrapped up. Nice job of defense out there by Robinson. The Drillers and the Rams have tonight off, so they'll go into next Friday with some able bodies. You know, you get a team like BHS that's just playing so well and had some big wins and really stamping their name on the statewide polls. To have a week off is even more dangerous.
You know, like I said, that gives a chance for some of those little minor injuries to heal and be ready to go into the league and fire on all cylinders.
That'll do it for the third quarter. 55-14, Independence in full command. Back in a moment with the fourth quarter on Bright House Networks.
At Bright House Networks, we don't want to be seen as just a cable company. We hope to be considered a friend, the kind of friend who's in your community, helping out where and when we can, and who can make rainy nights in better than a night out. The kind who lets you conquer worlds from your bedroom and bring old friends together even though they're worlds apart. That's just the kind of friend we are. Bright House. Hello, friend.
I'm Amar, and I'm responsible for IT operations of 25 healthcare clinics.
I'm Paula with Bright House Networks Business Solutions. We have an entire team standing behind Amar, ensuring he gets the exact dedicated fiber services he needs.
We're ahead of the curve in healthcare with our electronic medical record system. We send information everywhere, even internationally. Our patients' care depends on guaranteed uptime, and that's unique to Bright House.
Bright House Networks Business Solutions, where business gets personal.
Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter start here. Eastside has the ball on a 2nd and 13. Fourth quarter, they trail 55-14. And the ball stays on the ground, and it's Vieira again. Vieira, for those of you that may be just getting to your televisions, it's been all independent since the second quarter. The Blades actually closed the first quarter with a 7-6 lead, but then Independence just started rolling. So much so that at the end of the first half, with 19 seconds left, they scored again to kind of put it out of reach for good. And they've just continued to score. We're now in a running clock scenario in the fourth quarter. They're up 55-14. And it's a 3rd and 6. I'm Vance Palm. I have Brian Adams with me. And the quarterback is Blake Sherman for the Blades, I formation. Pitch. Double pitch reverse. Looking for some room. Oh, and Beasley just stops. And nice job. He had a little bit of a wall back there, but never got to the wall.
Well, Vance, this just took too long to develop, and you kind of just ran right back into the Independence walls. Did a great job of staying home and being disciplined. And then you have a tackle for loss.
4th and 11, and the Blades are going to have to punt this one away. Beautiful night. What a breeze. Full moon tomorrow night. Should be special up at the hill tomorrow night for the Renegades. Nice punt, but it's going to be returnable. Taken right at the 50. Fumble! Ball goes out of bounds. Took a big hit on the way out, too. So Independence has the ball. 9:45 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Derek just never handles it, and he's trying to get a hold of it. You got to keep the hell on a swivel, Derek. Guys will hit you.
9.5 remains here in the fourth. Ramos on a keeper. Ramos. Look at Ramos go, and a carry up to the 20-yard line.
And there's Keanu. His strap going out, and he's running like the Matrix.
Keanu Ramos with a nice long gain. Brian's chuckling, not at you, Keanu. Brian's all sugared out. Had a bag of gummy worms. It looked like he got it at Magic Mountain.
Oh, man. They're killing me. They're killing me. Oh.
So Independence. So with Keanu Ramos handling the snaps here in the fourth quarter. A bad pitch. A one-hopper. Ball still on the ground. Fumble! East High School.
You know, right here after having a great run, he comes back, and this is almost like a bounce pass, except for the oblong ball doesn't bounce up like the round ball, Vance.
Not at all.
And the ball squirted out through that pile. You got a pile placed over there, but the ball's gone.
First and 10 for the Blades. Sherman rolls right, takes a look, tosses one out, and nice pass, nice catch. On the run, it looked like he just flicked it to Jonathan Brooks. A nice arm.
And that looked real good. And, you got to feel good for Nate Johnson, athletic director, Vance, for Independence, of watching this program grow, and Coach McEwen really working, because, like I said, they have some players and some athletes, and be interested to see what they do this year when they get into the league.
Into the Southwest Yosemite League. It's their 5th year in existence. Boy, it just seems like yesterday this school opened up. First and 10, screenplay out to the left side. Nice pass, nice plays, progressing well. And David Cruz. And I thought I saw a flag, and I did see a flag.
Good job right there, Vance, of getting the ball off, and good play right there, and you're going to get some extra yards added to this play for sure. Face mask, so that's going to be a personal foul, so that'll move it down further into Independence territory.
.5:45 and counting. They'll move it down the football field. Sherman drops back, has room, throws it, has a man open, and it's a nice catch by Beasley. Beasley came back to it. Beasley still on his feet, dragging 2 or 3. Fumble! And they're going to say he was down.
Well, now Beasley's slow to get up. Let's hope he's okay.
He kind of came back to this one.
He did a great job of adjusting, Vance. He cut his route short to come back to the ball, like you said, and then just such a big, strong young man that it's going to take a few guys to bring him down. And the ball popped out, but it popped right back into him. And he seems to be okay, and that's a good sign.
Yeah, he's all right. He might have fallen on the ball.
And he's another bright spot for the Eastside Blades. Beasley's had a big game tonight. He's been able to make some plays.
Well, I'll tell you what, this quarterback, Blake Sherman, you mentioned it earlier, they're real high on him, 6'3", 190. He's a junior, everybody, so he will be back next year. And as we see Beasley coming off the field with Coach Thorpe, might have had the wind knocked out of him. He's a good-looking young man, tall. Coach Thorpe smiling, saying, hey, you're going to be all right, big guy. Boy, it's nice to see Dave down there smiling and just trying to keep his guys up. And it's all about the journey, Brian. It's about the experience, isn't it? Here's a pitch to the right side.
It is, man.
And breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle. All right, good job of running out there by David Cruz. But it's all about the comprehensive
and
time that you spend here.
You have the experience of playing high school football, and a chance to do something you love doing, to go out there and play football on a Friday night. And, one thing is Coach Milt and Ty Eke, they should be looking for him to play basketball.
Oh, I'm sure they are. I don't think he's escaped the recruiting prowess of Milt. 4:10 remaining here in the football game. Sherman takes a look, strong left side. Has some blocking, throws across his body, and it's dropped by Beasley, which is a good sign. He's back in the game. So the Blades is looking to get in the end zone here before this running clock runs out on them.
And one thing's there, he hasn't had too many miscues tonight, but that was one. And it's just a simple case of trying to go upfield before you can secure the catch.
Sherman breaks out of the huddle. He's got Vieira next to him. Now he puts him to his left side. Silva in the backfield back there with him. Sherman takes a look, wants to toss it, finds his man across the middle. Will he get in? And he just gets to the end zone. No, they say his knee went down at the 2-yard line, so good effort. Didn't get in, but it was caught out there by Rojas.
Well, I had to see Vieira get the ball, Vance. He's had a heck of a game, ran the ball hard. See him hand the ball off to him and let him get a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree with you. But they're just trying to get in, baby. They're just trying to get in any way they can. It was I formation. Now they break out of it. And, Brian, they do. They let him get in. They let him run it in. Touchdown, East High School and Tanner Vieira. You're right. They just say, hey, go ahead and take it. And that does stop the clock.
Well, Vance, one thing about it is East High never quit playing hard tonight, and you got to give them credit for that.
PAT, snap, hold, kick, it's up, and it is through. So the clock has stopped, and it's 55-21. So it goes back to 34, and I don't know if that's what stops it again. You would think it's just common wisdom that in 2 minutes and 17 seconds, a 34-point comeback may be mathematically impossible. But you never know. Our senior director, Bernie Johnson, in my right ear, saying that when he was in high school, they scored 14 points in 13 seconds. But then again, that's Indiana football. Anything happens back then, back there.
Oh, man.
I mean, from a state where hoop is it, you never know what goes on the gridiron in Indiana. Well, your Bruins had their first loss of the season, but to a quality opponent. The Pac-12 is where it's at, my man.
That's rough this year in the Pac-12. They have a lot of quality teams. The thing about the Bruins, that I liked is the team last year in the same situation would have folded. The kids kept trying. They still had opportunity to win the game. A couple drop balls there at the end, and they had a chance to be ahead of Oregon State. But great game by Oregon State. I think Riley's doing a good job. They're super fast. I'm looking forward to watching them play Arizona tomorrow.
Quick kick, line drive, and it was taken by Montano, so he goes down on a knee. Speaking of UCLA, I was fortunate enough, I should say very fortunate enough, to be asked to MC an event last Tuesday night at the Dignity Health Center for the Bakersfield Jam, where they welcomed none other than the legendary, mythical Bill Walton. And he spoke at Standard Middle School earlier in the day and then spoke for 54 minutes with no more than a 5-second pause at times. 54 minutes, and Bill Walton slayed him, absolutely slayed him, as we see another replay of the Rojas catch. And let's see if he gets in. Let's see where his knee. Well, his knees went down. Very close call, but Independence didn't go down. But I wanted to give credit where credit was due when Bill Walton spoke of his mentor, John Wooden, and what it meant to be a part of the UCLA program. So how fortunate you are to have spent your years there at UCLA. 55-21, and that's going to do it for this football game. On behalf of our senior director, Bernard Johnson, the Godfather, Zachary Flores, Dr. David Farnes, Samson Bowman, and El Jefe Carlos Anguiano. We're a lean, mean crew here at Bright House Networks. We hope you've enjoyed this evening and our last football game in the month of September. Tomorrow night's a full moon, and the Renegades will host College of the Canyons. We hope you're all there. Next time we're with you on Bright House Networks, it'll be in October. Have a wonderful weekend. Independence wins. Good night, and God bless.